is a beautiful morning in the city of Brownsville, Texas. And let me tell you, it's been a hectic kind of morning for me. Been working, and it's kind of trippy because I get to the office super early, and I actually got to the office really, really early this morning, and I still had a lot of pending work to do, but I'm here, and that's actually a good thing. It's actually a good thing. Uh, I had a client waiting for me outside, and it's crazy because I told him, I'll be there, about 8:30, and I get here like at 7:30, and I come in, I turn everything on, I try to catch up on some of the late work that I had to do, and then I leave because I wanted to go visit with Papa for breakfast, and I see this guy sitting outside, and I thought, well, maybe he's here for my neighbors, so I didn't think anything of it, so I didn't say anything, and kept on walking. Was Come to find out, he gives me a call. He goes, "Hey, it's 8:30, and I'm here." And I'm going, "I'm on my way." And I find out it's the same guy that was been out there since like 8 o'clock, 7:45 in the morning. I'm going like, "You should have told me something." I mean, I walked out of the office. You should have said, "Hey, you know, I'm here to see you." But that wasn't the case. Uh, Great Friday morning, guys. For most of us, it's going to be a crazy cool weekend. And I say crazy cool weekend despite the fact that it's going to be hot as the dickens. And this is the type of weekend that I really wish that I would have. Uh, hey, Jay, I love you, Jay. This would have been one of the perfect weekends for me to go out and say, you know what? I'm going to go spend the weekend in the island. But that is not the case. Not the case at all. When am I supposed to be in San Juan? Not today. Not today. I can't remember. The 24th? Yes. Yes. 24th. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Joe, my 3-year-old buddy. Good morning, Cheese. Good morning, Papa. I love you. El Vato. Love you, Jay. Sup, Empire wasn't the Empire. I always had a crush on Jay. I don't know why. Payday Friday. Amen, brother. Let me say, it's a good payday Friday, except for me. I'm not making much money today, but that's okay. That happens a lot. The weather's going to be horrible, and I know that because I was watching Frankie's show in the morning. He knows it's true. I was watching Frankie's show in the morning, and I really like to watch Frankie's show and give him a hard time. It's kind of interesting to see Frankie go at it by himself, but it's a good progression, and I really appreciate what he does. The Gifted Talent label kicked me out if their platform. That's why I said what I said. I still love you, Papa, even though you're far away.
So,
Morning, Roman.
good morning.
So
You,
what's up, Roman?
you sent me like three different links or something, and I have no idea. You get hacked or something in your phone?
No, I was actually really, really trippy busy.
Wow.
I got my own distro now. I like you and more now. I'm,
Distro? What's a distro? Like disco?
he's a DJ. Uh,
Oh.
I think you're still a DJ, right, Papa? And let me tell you, I think he was up in New York or something. Uh, Lower your mic, Roman.
No, I'm fine with it.
I think he's up in a rapper. Yeah, let me tell you, this guy's good looking and he's talented. He's got a lot of stuff going. I've been a rapper. I still am in New York City. Yeah, one of these weekends, I'm going to go visit you in New York City. Vas a ver.
It's fine. The
I'm
volume's fine.
I'm inviting myself. Jay's talented, man. I love the guy. I really do. He knows. He's a good guy. Uh, love you, Papa. Roman,
What's up? Sorry. Sorry, I did that on purpose. I'll lower it down just a little
Good
bit.
morning.
What's up, dude?
Thank you for calling Roman a gentleman. He is not.
I'm a mean person.
Yeah. I actually sent an invite to Sam and to Maggie because since Maggie's not doing anything anymore,
Maggie said she's only doing the primetime show. She wants to be like the Democrats in Congress, only do the primetime shows.
she likes the big numbers.
Uh
Despite the fact that a lot of folk out there, especially on the Republican side, seem to think that we don't have any numbers.
yeah, apparently. No, no, well, yeah, because they only see that one thing and they only see like three or four people. And I'm like, no, on the other one, he had like 30 or 50. And another one, he had like, it is what
Yeah,
it is.
it is what it is. I'm not tripping, but that was funny. But I'm not gonna dog on Maida today this morning.
No, no. Hey, but they did they've been doing some ads. Did you get the ad of your neighbors have voted? Mailer, sorry. Your neighbors have voted. Why haven't you? Have you gotten one of those in your mailbox?
No,
Oh, wow. That means they don't want you to vote. Oh, you know
but
what? Because you've already voted. That's right. You already voted. Never mind.
yeah, I wrote it. And my neighbor is a Republican, a strong supporter of Maida. I mean, I say that because she's got a sign in the front of her yard.
Mm. Well, hopefully they vote.
We'll
It's
see.
going to be nuts.
Uh, let's see. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me a third time, I'll keep voting for you.
Yeah, that's how we roll in Brownsville. So,
Unfortunately, what y'all think of the Congress show last night? I did not watch it. Uh, you know, one of the things that I think some folk were out there saying was that, and I saw some commentary on it this morning from the right, and a part of the rhetoric is that it just sounds like an infomercial because it's only one sided. They did not have anyone from the Republican Party actually at the committee. Actually, they barred two of the representatives that were going to ask questions in regards to Nancy Pelosi's failure in regards to protecting the Capitol building. But again, I didn't watch it. I just did not care much to watch it. I think it would have been a big old waste of my time. I know it's off topic, but
well,
I felt that GT Digital was homophobic, and I don't want anything to do with any of what they do. I'm happy selling phones and being J. Angel Latigo. Uh, yeah, let me tell you, I have absolutely no care for anything homophobic. You were going to comment on the show last night, Rowan.
yeah, we were eating dinner, and we didn't get a chance to watch the thing. And I think you and I and the group that we were together with talked about important issues like gas prices and the economy. And just this morning, we found out that inflation is now at 8.6%, which is the highest it's been in over 40 years. Since 1981, just shortly after Ronald Reagan took over from that horrible, horrible 4 years of Jimmy Carter's presidency. And what does that
Oh,
mean? What does inflation mean to everybody? It means you're paying more for your eggs. It means you're paying more for your milk. It means you're paying more. You're not making the same amount of money. It's not going the same way. It's not going as far as it could be. So if you're poor right now, you're poor because of Democrat policies.
oh yeah,
If you're not able to pay for your gas to go to work, you're because of Democrat policies.
and it's trippy because you're going about to become a lot poorer.
You are
Lot poorer. And
absolutely.
what really sucks. And again, one of the things that I try to avoid all the national stuff and everything else. But let me tell you something, guys. Is the what is really going to suck is that you're not only paying more for food products and everything else, cat litter. Trust me, you're also paying more for utilities here in the city of Brownsville. And that's where it's really going to start to hurt because a lot of folks are going to have to ultimately decide as to, what can I cut out of my daily life in order to supplement everything going up except as their salaries because no one's salary is going up. And that's what inflation is, that everything around you starts to go up at a higher rate than what your pay raise goes out to be. And it's really unfortunate for a lot of reasons because we have control, guys. We have control of PUB. We have control. It is city owned. It is our utility board. And it's unfortunate because we have absolutely no representation on there. And again, going back into what we were talking about last night, Roman, with these people, again, the number one issue, and I've said it constantly since I started running for mayor, the number one issue with the city of Brownsville and Cameron County is the individuals that they have on these boards and committees that continue to screw us over, that are yes people for the individuals that are in power. And
Mhm.
again, the point I was trying to make to Maggie last night, Maggie, you have to understand that everyone in power, I mean, and you mentioned this, Kevin, and I love Norman. He's a great guy, great guy. But everyone that is in power in regards that affects the community as a whole, which is city commission, county commission, is that they're all Democrats. And
Mhm.
guys, it hasn't been working, guys. We are still stagnant. We are still in a rut, and we're going nowhere.
Mhm. Well, I'm concerned because you and I have both been poor when we were younger. I mean, I've lived on a fixed income. I know what it's like to not be to decide what I'm going to eat today or not eat today, and eat something inexpensive or something. I feel for those viejitas out there that live on their Social Security every single month and not being able to buy the food that they're normally able to eat, or the family of four. It's very troubling for me. And we were talking a little bit about the food supply being short, but it's not just the food supply; it's being able to pay for you to be able to eat. Jesse Kelly, who is a national talk radio host, was posted tweeted last night. Feel bad for the people that are crying because they don't know they're going to be able to make it to work the next day because gas prices are so high in some places. Um, and yet you have the Democrats, and there are two Republicans on this committee, the J6. One of them is Adam Kinzinger, who's not even a Republican really anymore. He's getting out. He's not going to be in Congress next year. And then you have Liz Cheney, and I think it's quite funny. You see the left praising Liz Cheney, but they forget about what happened when she ran for U.S. Senate in Wyoming against Mike Enzi, when she basically trashed her sister, who's a lesbian, and I don't even think they speak anymore because of what she did, in part to her daughter, to her sister. So it's just, you praise her, you hated her now then, but you love her now. It's like it's just a weird situation. But hopefully people will vote her out in Wyoming.
We'll see. I've been getting political fires from Mayra Flores every day, but not my neighbors. They want to convert me. Let me tell you, my issue, Roman, is that
Sorry.
once it starts affecting a lot of our grandparents and a lot of our tios and tias that are on a fixed income already. And one of the things that we've shared here, guys, is that what's going to happen when a parent, is going to have to start to choose between paying their electricity bill or buying their insulin, you
Hmm.
know, and start to cut down on those things that are actually keeping a lot of the folk well, healthy, and or alive. And people may get like, "Oh, you're exaggerating." No, guys, that is the case for a lot of folks here in the city of Brownsville. We are still the poorest community in the country, and that just completely sucks because at the end of the day, the only ones out there, Roman, that are getting the major handouts, and a lot of the Democrat rhetoric out there in these northeastern states is that they're trying to bail out the big corporations. That's the rhetoric, and unfortunately, like we talked about last night at the restaurant, a lot of the rhetoric that works over there doesn't work over here because of the demographics, guys. And that is why I think that a lot of the Republican candidates, you know, aren't as successful as they could be because they try to stick to the platform of the party in general when you need to focus on the community that you're wanting to represent. Uh, and I'm saying that, Roman, because I don't know if you saw the article today in regards to Madeira. The
Oh
Madeira
yeah.
people, they're out there begging the city of Brownsville for cash, for tax incentives, for tax breaks, for a handout. And you're talking about these individuals who are millionaires, and the city commission, guys. This is what really is upsetting. The city commission is going to grant them anything they want because Dennis Sanchez is Trey Mendes' business partner. And anyone out there that thinks that Trey Mendes does not have a vested interest or the city commissioners who went out there making videos and out there, proponents for the arena that was going to benefit Madeira directly, guys. Anyone that does not think that they benefit from this is they either blind or still on the let me applaud anything and everything that they say bandwagon. And guys, it's got to stop, because at the end of the day, you applauding the mayor and the city commissioners, the county commissioners, and the county judge, the only thing that you're doing is you're hurting the poorest and the weakest amongst us.
Are they creating a PID? Right, that's what they're doing. Some sort of a district similar to what's happening in Hudsonville. I think that's what they're doing, and so I assume they're going to want to do a specific tax on that area that's going to go for that. I'm not sure that's a necessarily a good idea. I don't know how well that's worked out for the people in Hudsonville. Maybe they can tell us, those people, whether the money that's gone into that, if they've gotten anything, any money, any bang for their buck. But I think it's another way for them to keep money just in that area, as opposed to providing taxes for the rest of the community, the rest of Brownsville. If maybe they can come on and explain to us what this PID is all about, what they're going to do, as opposed to just putting it out on the newspaper, and hopefully the newspaper can explain it to everybody.
Which they're not. Inflation is a tax on the poor and middle class. Yeah, and it's really, really very unfortunate, because we were talking about this a little bit last night, guys. At the end of the day, if I want to buy groceries, I can go to Matamoros and go to Soriana and buy a little bit of fideo, a little bit of beans, a little bit of stuff, and it'll still come out about the same price that I was paying before. I'm going to be okay. But take into consideration, folks, there's thousands of people in Brownsville and in Cameron County that cannot travel to Mexico.
Mm.
They cannot travel to Mexico. And the reason that they cannot travel to Mexico, a lot of them, is because they are undocumented individuals. Those people are really going to get mega screwed, because ultimately most of those people don't qualify for any social programs out there, except county paid uh, health care. They don't qualify for any programs out there, so they have to work in something. Well, a lot of folks are going to start to cut down on, instead of, if I was, and like John White says, if I'm hiring someone to clean my house, it's just the way of life here in Brownsville. Well, maybe I'm going to get off my ass and clean my house, instead of having to pay that money to someone to come clean my house. So ultimately, everyone is affected. Everyone, cutting the grass. I used to hire Paco to come and cut my grass. Maybe I can't afford Paco anymore. Maybe I'm going to take the iPads away from my kids and make them go cut grass like we used to.
Hmm. That you don't have expendable income anymore. You
No.
have to decide what you're going. You're not going to necessarily go to watch a movie. Hey, I wanted to go eat at Chili's this weekend, but it's on the other side of town and from Southmost. Hey, you know what? I want to go to eat Chili's. I don't know if I want to spend the gas to go over there.
Well, and I think a lot of it, Roman, is that the quality of life that we have been accustomed to, is slowly being stripped from us.
Mm,
And I'm sorry, guys, you may complain about Trump all you want, complain about the Republican Party you want. This is under the watch of the Democrat administration, and
mm.
it's really, really very sad, because they want to gear everyone. And look, guys, they want everyone to go out there, and so does Elon Musk. They want everyone out there to go electric, buy these
Hmm.
Teslas and stuff. How can you buy a damn Tesla when you're getting paid $10 an hour? You can't. It's impossible. Impossible. And look, we're Mexicans, guys. We have thousands of kids. I'm surprised Roman only has what, two?
Yeah, I don't have to.
Thousands of kids, guys. And got to feed those suckers.
Yeah. Well, somebody was saying that I guess one of the earlier comments, that it all started under Trump when he started sending out the checks. That was a way to be able to stimulate the economy. It didn't work out that way, but however, in the last year with the Biden's economy, he's exacerbated it by printing out more and more checks, and some of his projects have not worked. Come out to fruition, have not solved the economy, and it's not going to. I think Juan Carlos is saying something. Well, I'll wait till he gets to that question. Uh, man, I don't even think people can afford to go to strip clubs anymore with this economy.
Let me say, paying more for strippers and escort service, 100%. And this is again, every industry, guys, is affected. Even the strippers, guys. You know how what's his name? Zapatito, what's it called?
Stilettos.
Stilettos. You know
Okay.
how stilettos out there, guys. You know how stilettos, este, stilettos out there. You know they were hiring, for all positions out there. And let me say, guys, everyone is affected. I wonder. I'm more than sure that individuals down La Catorce with their, escort service and stuff, they're not making as much money as they used to before. You know, maybe individuals are actually starting to sleep with their wives and husbands again.
Mm. If you're lucky to even have one, might be cheaper to divorce.
Let me tell you, I'm on the escort side, and it's a lot cheaper than being married. Society's doing the same thing over and over again and expecting it to change. Yes, society's doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. It's crazy. When they promoted the arena, they said it was a Cameron County project. Now it's a Brownsville project. Yes, exactly. Why not go to the cities for handouts? Oh, wait, the corrupt compadres aren't here in Brownsville. Juan is 1,000% correct, guys. 1,000% correct. Because at the end of the day, this Madeira and the arena and everything else was all Cameron County, guys. And I actually thought the same thing. Well, have they gone to Harlingen City Commission? Have they gone to Los Fresno City Commission? Have they gone to Laguna Vistas out there and asked for a handout? uh, they know exactly that they're going to get jack squat because all these cities were against the arena and against the Madeira project in itself. Why should they have to pay for it when the benefit wasn't going to go to them? Now they go to city commission, Brownsville City Commission, because they know automatically that it doesn't only benefit the Madeira people, it benefits the mayor and it benefits the city commissioners. And that's what's
Mm.
unfortunate. One of the things that Frankie threw out this morning, and I'm very glad he did, he couldn't remember Pedro Cardenas' name. But look, Pedro
What?
Cardenas banked. Oh, I don't know if he Pedro Cardenas banked, guys. The guy's banked. Banked. He's the quietest commissioner out there, but the guy's still banking. You know? I mean, selling enchilada plates to Ramiro. No, to what's his name? To Rodrigo. But he's selling enchilada plates, still making a buck. And that's what's unfortunate. Because at the end of the day, they make themselves richer. And we stay all the more poorer.
I can't look at an enchilada the same anymore. It used to be chicken plates, but now enchiladas and
Well, they
just
were,
can't look at it.
and besides that, they were horrible, Roman. Did you see the picture of the
I
enchilada
saw
plate?
the picture. They did not look appealing. I will say that they did not look appealing.
In any way, shape, or form.
But I still now I just can't look at an enchilada again. Nobody can. I don't want to eat enchiladas for the rest of my life.
Oh, I,
Oh
I,
well.
love, I love
All
enchilada.
right. I do, but it's just the same.
So, Roman, you believe Republicans can solve inflation? How? More tax breaks for the rich? That's the Democrats here locally. Tax higher interest rates. That's the Democrats here locally. Putting price controls. Roman. Oh,
Well, it's funny you mentioned the rich. I'm not sure how many rich are Republicans anymore. I think they're all pretty much, Democrats. I mean, you have George Soros and others. So I'm not sure that is nobody's stopping these Democrat rich people from just paying more in taxes. They could just pay more if they want to. There's a little line there. You can donate to the federal government if they care so much about the government. They think the government is working for them. They might as well just, give it out. Nobody's stopping them. As far as can Republicans solve inflation, they're not in power right now. You have the Congress. It's controlled by both houses of Congress are controlled by Democrats. Let them solve it. They can't. They won't. I mean, CNBC was saying what last week that the one way to solve it is to force a recession, which would be a bad thing. But that might be the only way to slow down inflation is by force feeding us everybody a recession, and that means a slowdown in the economy. That means people losing jobs again. It means maybe potentially stopping inflation. I'm not sure. But let Democrats figure it out. It ain't my job. It ain't the Republicans' job to solve inflation. It's their job. They're in charge. But maybe the federal once the American people put the Republicans in charge, maybe we'll solve the problem. But I don't know. You have an absent-minded president right now. I'm not sure he would even understand what the word inflation means. So
it's crazy.
that's what it is.
Good morning, Bethany. Good morning, Hermosa. Guys, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Yes, please, guys, like the show. Damn it, and please subscribe. Love you, Bethany. Saludos a ustedes, a Brownsville. Tengan un buen día. Felicidades, my man. Love you. say hi to city manager. Elon Musk is voting Republican, but he depended on 40.5 billion on government subsidies. Um, y- you know, $4.5 billion to Elon Musk is maybe saying $20 to Roman.
Yeah. Well, Elon is voting Republican on the federal level. That's what he said last night or yesterday. But locally, because he does live primarily in Cameron County, so he's a Cameron County voter like you and I. Um, he says he's going to vote for other parties, and Democrats and Republicans, and it got me thinking. I wonder which Democrats is he willing to vote for in Cameron County. Do you have any idea, Erasmo, what Democrats he might be willing to vote for
Well, I was
since he lives
thinking
out
that
there?
he lived in my district, but I think it's actually he's in District One,
Yeah, he's in precinct 1.
so he doesn't get to vote for me. But I'll take a donation from Elon Musk.
Yeah, I'm sure you. Well, like he said, he's going to vote Republican federally, and there's only one race that's a federal election this year. That's the Myra race. So I guess he's going to vote for Myra in November. He didn't specifically say he was going to vote for Myra in the special election, but definitely in November because that's the only federal race that's on the ballot. And he said he's going to vote Republican. Now but he does say he's going to vote for locally. He's going to vote for some Democrats, Republicans, and other parties. What Democrats is he going to vote for? Do you think he's going to vote? Let's look at his ballot since he lives out there. Is he going to vote for Carlos Cascos or we vote for Eddie Trevino?
No, Carlos Cascos. Without
You think so?
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he was hanging out with Spiro Papas over at the with Eddie Trevino.
Well, one of the things, and again, this is just my supposition. I don't know Elon Musk. I don't pretend to know Elon Musk, but let me tell you, is that I think they could see through all that crap, you know. And I think to a certain point, they don't appreciate butt kissers.
Mm,
And let me tell you, if there's one major butt kisser here, it's Eddie Trevino. I mean,
mm.
that guy will kiss up to anyone that has a Billion after their name. And let me tell you, it's the same thing with Trey Mendes and everyone else. I'm having pan dulce with Beto. You know, screw
I want
you.
Papas. Well, I mean, what else? Do you think he vote for Sylvia Garza Perez or will he vote for Veronica Deaton?
Veronica Deaton.
Will he vote
I
for?
like Veronica Deaton.
I mean, I think those are the only local Republican races that he can vote. No, no, he could vote for. Do you think he vote for Janie Lopez in the state rep race because he lives in House District 37, or will he vote for Luis Villarreal? I wonder. And I think he's also in precinct 1 for constable. So I don't know if he will vote for Benny Ochoa the fourth or Bo, or will he vote for Andrew Infante?
I love
I
I
wonder.
love Andrew. I
I like
like
Andrew too. Andrew's cool. But anyway, Don Ray needs a sugar daddy because if it gets any worse.
she's so cute.
Yeah, but you don't have any money to be able to be her sugar daddy.
Yeah, I'm actually looking for a sugar mama or a sugar daddy or a sugar whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, but don't you already have that with your dentist?
Let me tell you, I told my dentist, I said, man, I thought you were gonna sacarme de la pobreza, and the dentist is poorer than me, and I'm going
How
like,
is that possible?
I don't know. The guy's a dent, and he's a surgical dentist, so the guy bangs, but the guy's still poorer than me, and I'm going like, bitch,
That's not fair.
I didn't get into this
Because
for myself.
oh well. Anyway, what else
You
is
know,
going on?
it's everyone's dream to to find a doctor, a dentist, and then all of a sudden all you do is do the socialite thing and become a philanthropist and have a cutesy little parties with small hors d'oeuvres and stuff,
Uh,
and drink mimosas all day.
I
Not
wonder
gonna
how.
happen in my life.
No, it's never gonna happen. It's not, unfortunately. Maybe you should just be a corrupt politico, and maybe it will happen for you that way. Oh well. I wonder how the zoo animals are doing this summer. I mean, how are they able? How are food prices for them?
For who?
Anybody? The food for the animals at the zoo. I you
Sorry,
okay? It's okay. You're like me. That's why
I
I
lost
muted
a
you.
lung. Uh,
You're like the Pope. You don't have a lung.
um, let me tell you, este, I'm concerned about the animals at the zoo.
I am too. I'm not being facetious. I'm being serious. I feel bad for them.
It's a lot of them went missing, and now I don't know if it was the heat.
Missing. Why
we
were
had
they missing?
oh, we had some friends go out to the zoo this weekend, and I think that some of those animals were missing. I told them it's just too damn hot. You
Mm,
know, animals don't want to come out; they want to rather stay in the shade.
mm.
And but I don't know if you remembered, but back during the COVID, they were struggling in order to feed the animals. They actually did a GoFundMe page to feed the animals, and that's
I remember that. Yeah.
pretty depressing.
Hmm. Well,
Yeah,
I mean, I'm curious what how the economy is affecting everybody here that's watching right now. I mean, how's the economy? I mean, do you are what choices are you having to make in order for you not to spend too much money? You know, what are you going to go watch that movie that Erasmo says is crap this weekend and say, you know what, I'm not going to go do that.
yeah. Don't want your rest part. Not
You
worth it.
know.
But let me tell you, one of the things that I do, and I do really, really well, is that I'm a hoarder. And
Mm.
but what I do is I hoard large amounts of stuff. I mean, I'm not even joking. I got one, two, three, four, four, one, two, three, four, five. I got 40, literally 40 jars of hair gel right there.
Do you really need that much?
I love that hair gel. But I'm looking at them right now. I'm not even joking. I switched the camera, but I don't want y'all to see the mess in this office. It's not really that messy. But I got 40 jars of hair gel there because it is the best gel in the world. It got discontinued. So what I do is I buy a bunch of stuff and keep it. So I'm good with hair gel. I won't have to buy hair gel for at least probably the rest of my life.
10 years, you think?
It's five. But let me say that
What hair gel got discontinued that you have to get that hair gel?
it's a Mexican hair gel.
Oh, the Mexican hair gel. They I didn't realize they discontinued stuff in Mexico.
It's crazy. I don't even know why they discontinued it, but I cannot find it anywhere. It's called Aquanet.
Oh,
It's spice.
it's
It's
like a Dapper Dan kind of thing, huh?
spiky foodia. And let me tell you, I mean, I've got 40 of them here. I've got another like 20 or 30 at the house. Uh,
But so is it like one of those Dapper things where you just put it in and it's
yeah. Well,
like
look at how well my hair stays, and remember, I have to have this hair all day long. So
mm,
I bought 75 of these, and
cool.
they're amazing. But so I won't have to deal with that kind of thing. The other thing that I buy a lot of is I buy a lot of cat litter, and I buy it anticipado. Because I like
Hmm.
to have extra, and I want to make sure that my girls are
Right.
okay. Guys, the cat litter went up. I was paying $16 for it, Roman,
Mm,
for the box with two fills. It went up to $40.
yeah.
$40, guys. That's just madness. It's crazy. Yes, I'm going to have to find a sugar daddy pretty soon, and I think that I'm going to have to start looking at Sam. Sam's always working now.
And now he has money and a job. He's wow. Poor Sam. Better watch out.
Erasmo, what do you think the superintendent item is on the agenda under Barrera termination? Edwin Barrera got terminated. Is
Who is
getting
this person?
Edwin Barrera is the guy that was in charge of the grants, the Libro program. And again, let me tell you, they sent me a cease and desist letter,
Who did?
and he and his attorneys, because
Really?
I was out there saying the guy was a rata, and the guy was a rata. But again, going back into this inefficient board and superintendent, and don't you find it amazing that Erasmo Castro has to go out there and point out the fact that you got ratas in there, and if you were actually doing your job, or if people didn't fear the sting of you know, what's the word?
Mm,
Retaliation,
mm.
retaliation, guys. Then they would come to you, but they don't because they don't trust you, superintendent and administration out there. They
What,
don't.
what do you think this guy's gonna blame you for not getting fired at BIST
Of
and
course,
say,
he's
"Oh, it's
going to
his
blame.
fault. It's his fault." I'm like,
Well,
but nobody at BIST listens to Erasmo, so that's not even a good argument.
no,
You
it's
know, you think anybody at the school board gives their flying rat's ass what Erasmo says, or the superintendent thinks what Erasmo gives? No,
well, they do pay
no.
attention.
But they don't care. They're not gonna move on anything just because
No,
you say it.
of
So
course
that would be a
not.
horrible argument for anybody to make.
And you're
Which
wrong.
I think anyway.
You're wrong because they have moved They have with Evan Barrera, they would have never found out about Evan Barrera. With the fertilizer crap at the maintenance building, they would have never known about it had it not been for Erasmo. And as soon as we put it out, they did move and they
Mm.
did take action.
Okay.
You may think that we don't do jack squat around here.
Oh,
I
I'm not
put the
saying
attention
that. I'm just saying,
to
trying to
everybody
help you
about it.
out here. I'm
No,
trying to help you out here so you don't get sued.
they can sue me all they want. I don't care. But let me say, uh, Evan Barrera goes out there and sends me a cease and desist order, and I said, "Screw you all, get in, get in line." There's a lot of other individuals out there. Cease and desist order. Stop taking money from our children. It's just that simple. Stop pocketing the resources that should go to the community in order to make yourself some bucks. I mean, terminated, guys. This hardly ever happens. Someone is getting terminated after being placed on administrative leave. Out.
Mm.
And let me tell you,
How long was he on administrative leave? I honestly have no idea who
good,
this guy is.
good riddance. The guy in charge of the Libro Grant program, the one that went out there and started to fix up the libraries out there. And
Ah, okay.
personnel knew that they weren't getting the bang for their buck. They knew that it was a piece of crap. They knew that maintenance department had to come back and fix a lot of the crap that they did
Mm.
because a lot of the resources were being diverted. So good riddance. But it pisses me off. It pisses me off that the superintendent, these folks, they don't do their job because again, they don't do their job because they're not connecting with the individuals that they need to connect to. Because if it was a well-oiled machine, they would have found out about Edwin Barrera, about the maintenance department, about the records department months before Erasmo found out.
Mm.
And it really is upsetting. And again, guys, I do my job around here, very, very proudly, and I'll continue to do my job out here as the chief information officer for the city of Brownsville, and now for Cameron County. I'll continue
Mm.
to do my job. And I don't care. I don't care if you got one or two people coming on and all of a sudden saying, "Ah, you're a chismoso again." I was like, "Okay, you're just trying to incite riots." Screw you all.
Wait, when have you ever tried to incite a riot?
Oh, that's when Mayor Mendez. Don't you remember when he
Oh, that's right.
put
That's right. That's
police
right. Yeah.
police my
Mm.
way? Like, oh, there was a post on your page about an armed protest in front of my office, so police are going to call you. I said, police are going to call me for what? For an armed protest that
Mm.
I didn't even mention? Someone posted on my page. Really? Who cares? It's legal.
Mm. Yeah. Protesting is like legal, right? You don't need a permit sometimes.
Even in Texas,
Mm.
Erasmo has been in a crisis since a long time. The scooter has been saving him. Again, look at the foresight, guys. It was so trippy because I was thinking about this the other day. How some people in the city of Brownsville would laugh. Look at us with a scooter, and now people going like, "Oh man, and us with a
No, I
scooter."
have a friend of mine who's very interested in getting a scooter and wanted to talk to you about, recommendations for scooter, but for campaign purposes,
Yeah, they're amazing because you could cover a lot of ground in regards when you're going
Mhm.
to be out there and block walking. But one of the things, and I'm proud, guys, because I'm a trendsetter in the city. Erasmo Castro is a trendsetter. I don't care what anybody says. That's why I dress wherever I want, and I wear Middle Eastern garments anywhere I want. I don't care if people confuse them for Catholic priest garments. I don't care. A lot of someone actually said, "Oh, look, he's wearing a Chinese outfit." And go like, "It's Middle Eastern, you imbecile." But that's beside the point. I don't care. But that was a trendsetter. The other day, I got stopped at a light, and on the other side of the street, I hear, "Hey!" On the other side of the street, there was a guy on a scooter going like, "Bro, we got to race sometimes." And I know that
Brum, brum.
friend of ours that's running for county commissioner against Gus Reese. Is
Mm.
it Ray, right? He's out
Yeah.
there with a scooter now. You know?
Well, he has a scooter now? I
Yes.
did not know he had a scooter.
Yes. It's that
Chuck has a
guy.
scooter. Can you imagine? Like, is he all decked? Chuck, really? A scooter? That's
I
hilarious.
told him, I said, let's go race. Guys, I'm a trendsetter, guys.
Mm. Yeah.
Good morning, my dear friend. God bless both of you and keep up with the good work,
Hey,
David.
David.
My man. And I like David, one of David's crosses, and I actually tried to take it from him, and he would just refused.
Really?
I think he
Yeah.
should break down. with a
I don't
cross.
think he's going to. No, I don't think so.
Better stock up on Sriracha hot sauce. Factory is halting productions.
Is
I
that that
think
Indian one?
no, Sriracha is.
I thought it was Indian.
I think I like that. No.
I have no idea.
Oh yeah,
No.
no, no. You're right, Roman. It's I think it's Asian Sriracha. That's the one you put on Asian food.
Mm. Why are they halting production? Is it? Did they make it here in the U.S. or did they make it over in Asia?
I'm sure they make it here in the United States.
Maybe. Never know. Maybe they're halting production because they have a. I'm not gonna say. They have the Asian flu or whatever that is.
Monkeypox.
No, that's not. That's the monkey. That's from. I don't know. That's from Europe, is it? I don't know where monkeypox are. Monkeys. Well, you know what? In Africa.
You're just being racist.
Well, they have monkeys over there, don't they?
Okay, but but under the Barrera item, it says review and take action on superintendent. Uh, I actually have that item.
I have no idea. Oh man, seriously. Oh, I just saw a commercial for Minions: The Rise of Gru. I can't wait to see that. That sounds like fun.
Let me look at the item. I actually have it right here. Besides the horrible accident in San Benito, guys, horrible. Two people passed away.
Oh no.
I actually saw the video of the deceased bodies. And it's kind of
I
bad.
And you didn't post it, right? So somebody get mad at you like they did the other. Whatever happened to that person that was all mad at you because you posted the video or not video, a picture of their crash a couple months ago back over on military?
By veterans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They put up some posts and that's what's horrible and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Same
Well,
thing.
what is Sandra about this thing?
No, what Luis is referring to is it's another agenda item that's in executive session in regards to discussing a discussion and possible action in regards to the superintendent's evaluation.
Mm,
That's just two different items. I didn't read it that way, and when I read Luis's comment, I thought that they had been intermingled. They're not. They're two separate.
mm.
Yeah, it's about time to go over the superintendent's evaluation, but of course they're going to give them all flying colors, doing a great job evaluation. That's what they're going to
Don't
do.
they do that like every meeting though? Is that part of the?
It's supposed to be a sitting item on there in
Mm,
regards to discuss the superintendent, but
mm. Oh well, what happened? What are you wear? What are you wearing over your Casiguana looking bead? That bead thing you have on your neck?
these
Yeah.
these are semillas de la candona.
Okay.
Semillas de la candona. It's la candona is this little jungle in Chiapas
Mm,
where they have a lot of indigenous tribes out there, and
mm,
the indigenous tribes, in order to survive, they sell their wares, they sell their beads, their things and stuff. These are semillas,
mm.
semillas,
Seeds.
seeds, semillas. They are from the trees in La Candona, and
Mm.
let me tell you, it's beautiful. I
Does
love
it
it.
smell or something, or is it just like, oh, okay?
No, actually, one of the things is one of their priests out there dressed in a white tunic. It's just
Mm.
it's kind of a trippy deal, but all it is a savana with a hole in it. It's all it is. But
So,
it's all it is. But
there's
what
nothing
I
wrong with the salad hole in it. You like, isn't
it's
that
not,
what the KKK uses or something?
well, yeah, but they have it. They don't have it, but I actually, and it was funny. I have one here in my closet because I bought one, and someone said, "Erasmo, it's just a savana with a hole in it." Yeah, but it didn't come from La Candona. That's what makes it special. I could have easily made that thing myself with a savana and some scissors, but the one I have actually came from La Candona. That's why I bought it. These were the beads that the that priest was wearing from La Candona, and I said, how much for the necklace?" He goes, "Oh, well, I have some over here." I said, "No, I want that one," and I wanted this one because he was wearing it.
Okay.
So it was even more special, and I think I paid like $5 for it. So it was
You like just stealing people's clothing or attire around them and say, you know what, I want that one. Like, oh, see, okay, I'm so poor, I'm gonna give it to you because I need your money. Like you did it in Peru and
yeah,
now you did it in Mexico. Like,
well,
do you go to every country and do that to people?
yes, of course, because one of the things
Raining
is that,
money here.
well, to me, it's like you're actually buying something that they would actually wear. and not something that they would produce to sell to gringos.
Okay.
And I think that's what really grasps my attention.
Yes. I too go around in
Hermana, pues, una
Mexico
hora.
and look at people's clothing and say, I want to buy that from you and
Ok,
take
lo
it from
sabe
you.
después para
Just
dar
kidding.
no. Este,
I'm just giving you a hard time, Erasmo. I'm just giving you a hard
no,
time.
let me tell you, I love it. Okay, but under the
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
we did that one.
we did that one. Indians are Asian. What we're
Yeah.
talking about is more linked with. Okay, what we're talking about is that the sriracha is used with Asian food, like more of a Chinese type of menu. Indian food is more curryish, and
Ooh, I'm
you
gonna
don't
have Indian food tonight. You can't wait.
you don't use sriracha on Indian food unless you throw some maybe on some pad thai, but they have their own spices. Sam, sriracha is Thai. Oh, Sam.
It's okay. I don't know is I'm gonna have Indian food at Brandon's event tonight. I'm looking forward to it. He's gonna have Indian food and he's gonna have barbecue and some other stuff. I'm
I
looking forward
like
to it.
Brandon. I actually got a
I'll take
question.
a picture of it and make sure I send it to you
Send me a
because they
picture.
have amazing Indian food in Kingsville.
Oh, they do. I know that place where they actually I've been to that place where he's going to get that food.
Hmm.
It's they got good food. Every time I visited Elizabeth, we go to that restaurant. Some good
Hmm.
food. And they're very supportive of uh of the Reds. So
Hmm.
that's kind of cool too.
Yeah, hopefully I'll see Elizabeth tonight. Hopefully Elizabeth will be there.
I
And
had
she's not
Elizabeth
gonna
for
be very
me.
upset if she's not
I
there.
can't go. I
I
actually
know.
uh, I have a work tonight,
I know. It's
and
okay.
Roman, uh, I'm not going to make it to the convention in Houston.
What?
I'll
You've
show
had it on your calendar for like 2 months,
I'll
dude.
show you my calendar. It's actually just piled up with work. Got to work, Roman.
Mm.
That's my assistant's fault.
But you had it on your calendar
I do
to
have it on my
go
calendar, but I also got a lot of work to do on my calendar too.
because your
We'll see
assistant's screwed up.
if I could pass on the work to somebody else. I could probably
I
make
know
it
who your assistant is.
the first day.
Very disappointing. Your assistant.
Trust me, I am pretty upset with her too. But
It's a her. I thought it was a guy.
no, it's her. Always
I
been
thought.
her.
I thought it was a guy. My bad.
That's
It's
my
okay.
dentist. He assists me in other things.
Yeah, I guess. It did. Who was I talking to? Is it true that you said your dentist is having an affair with a woman or something, or is
He,
that somebody else?
he's having an affair with a lot of women. The guy
Okay.
is very, very,
Well, that explains why he's poor because he's spending all that money on that when
exactamente.
he should be spending money on you.
I'll preach, brother. See, my
Makes a lot of
exactly.
sense now. Okay.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
the guy, and I, and I try to give him good consejos, but
But he just does all these things, and you're like, don't do it. Don't do it.
don't go that route, bro. But
Kid, they're expensive. Sanchez are expensive. That's why I don't
super
do it.
expensive, man. Yeah,
Not
super.
even worth it.
I
Really isn't.
you probably got Sanchez knocking down your door.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they do. No, no, I don't ever do that. No way. Not with my beautiful hair. Hell no, nobody's around.
But I tell him now, I said, Chinte, that's not you gotta stop doing that crap. And I'm hoping he's not. He wakes up late every morning, so I know he's not listening.
Well, that also explains why he doesn't have a lot of money. He's waking up late. And he's a dentist. Like he should be
And
waking up in the morning to work
it's
and
trippy
make more
because
money.
I mean, a beautiful girl, and I'm going like, oh, and this is the second assistant that he has coming to the office, and both of them were just beautiful girls. But they're girls; they're in their 20s, and we're like, nada sonso, Abraham's in his 40s, and he
Wow.
needs to start thinking of other things besides the 20-year-old little girls. But again, he's a good-looking guy, and I guess maybe in Mexico, before he had all those Sanchez, he had money. Now he doesn't.
Mm. I just don't know why he'd do that. It doesn't. He's married though, right? He has a wife y todo, and
Very much so.
Gee,
I hate
that
that,
ain't right.
and
That
that's
ain't
one.
right. That
And
ain't right.
that's one of the things that I do not care for. I do not care
Mm,
for individuals cheating on their
mm,
spouses. I think it's
absolutely not.
wrong. I think it's uncalled for. I look and I joke around about my dentist and stuff. But let me tell you, Este, I do not. I hate adultery. I think it destroys the lives of a lot of folks, especially children, and I do not
Mm.
care for that at all.
Yep, I agree.
If you want to be unfaithful to your husband or to your wife, get a divorce. Separate, completely separate, and then go do whatever the hell you want to do. But do not decimate, destroy the vows of your marriage, because it doesn't only decimate and destroy your spouse; it decimate and destroys the whole family.
I agree with you. Absolutely, 100%.
All right, see y'all tonight at 9 p.m. Guys, have a great, great day. Social distance, face covering, hand sanitizer. Still believing all that crap. I'm done. Guys, we'll see you tonight at 9 p.m. Be here or be queen. God bless. Be good to each other. Continue to be good to me.